We're about to make it rain. Now, we often talk about rain and snow, but we also discuss freezing rain and sleet. So what exactly is the difference between these forms of precipitation? Let's find out. Precipitation is the overall term for any type of water particle that falls from the sky and reaches the ground. But what determines the type or the form of precipitation that we see on the ground surface is going to depend on the variations in temperature between the cloud base and the ground surface. So first, let's get started by talking about rain. Now, rain is what's going to happen when we see these ice particles. As all precipitation starts off with ice particles in a cloud, these ice particles are going to melt as they fall from the sky to the ground in an above freezing environment, and thus we see these rain droplets instead of these ice particles reach the ground. Now, freezing rain is a little bit different. Again, we have these ice particles melting in this above freezing environment as they fall to the ground surface. But what happens with freezing rain is once this rain reaches the ground surface, it freezes on contact with the ground that is below freezing. And this is actually going to be the biggest hazard during winter storms because it creates a coating or a sheet of ice on power lines, trees, roadways, and anything else that is on the ground, making it definitely a little bit dangerous for traveling. Now, sleet can appear to be ice pellets falling from the sky, and sleet is what happens when these ice particles fall from the sky, and again, they melt in this environment that is a little bit above freezing. But just before they reach the surface, they enter another environment of below freezing temperatures, and thus they reach the ground in this more icy form as sleet. And lastly, as we know, snow is the last thing that we can see, and that is what happens when these ice particles within the cloud, as they fall in that environment, the environment remains entirely below freezing, and that is when you see on the ground, we see some snow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out at WNYT.com/FWE and send us any other weather-related questions you may have. We would love to answer them. Thanks for watching.